Can you give us the first question there, Alfie?
I sure can, Mr.
Okay.
Gaddis. Denise in Dunwoody would like to know.
Denise in Dunwoody,
Yes,
two
Denise.
D's.
Hey,
Dunwoody Denise.
Does it make sense to pay additional principal payments on our mortgage?
I think the answer is always yes. Now, there is a couple of exceptions.
Yeah, I've heard different things on this question because I've always been curious if there's some people who say you should never pay more than the minimum of what you're paying, and you shouldn't pay more. Some people say you should pay more.
So Alfie, let me start with, if you need the money for something else, or you don't have 6 months worth of expense reserves or things like that, you probably should save money. If you have real high interest credit cards, you probably should pay those down before you make additional principal payments on your loan. Okay?
Makes sense. Yes.
Yeah, so if you have 20% interest on your credit card, pay that sucker off before you start putting extra money on your mortgage.
So basically, you're saying if you can't afford, if you in your budget, in your financial situation, if you can't afford to make extra payments, just pay off all your other debt first.
Correct.
Because that's
and have a little cushion.
Gotcha.
Get you a 6 month cash reserve. Dave Ramsey promotes, save 6 months worth of expenses. Do those things first. So don't spend money to pay down a mortgage if your budget isn't balanced, if you don't have all your finances worked out.
Right, because all you're gonna do is put yourself in a financial situation where you're not gonna have
and so
money.
The problem is, if you pay an extra $2,000 on your mortgage, then technically you have $2,000 more money. It just happens to be tied up in your house,
Right.
And the only way to get it back would be to borrow against your house or to sell your house.
Right.
So it's hard to get the money back when you pay it.
And when you borrow the money, you have to pay interest on it.
Yeah,
right?
if you borrowed money, you would.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
you'd get a home equity line of credit or something to pay interest. But let's just look at this. I think the answer is yes. You should pay down on your mortgage. So let's take a $250,000 mortgage.
Okay.
If you paid one extra payment per year, now this is just principal and interest, you would pay an additional $99 a month on a mortgage that would take the payment from $1,193 to $1,293. If you just paid that extra, what would be one additional payment per year? Because I took one payment, divided it by 12, that's the $99.46. You will pay your mortgage off 4 years faster. Alfie, 26 years instead of 30. If you bumped it on up a little bit more and paid $14.25 a month instead of that $11.93, which is what your initial payment is, you'd pay it off 8 years faster. So what happens is, when you reduce the principal balance, the amount of interest you pay every month thereafter is less. So if you owed $250,000 and then you paid an extra $200 in principal the following month, then you're going to pay interest on $200 less principal balance than you would if you didn't make the payment.